We're here with Coach Jessica Kern and Coach Enoch after a 66-55 loss to SIUE Edwardsville at home. Coach, just both of you, give us an opening statement on the game.
Sure. I think Coach Enoch coached a fantastic first half. The kids really came out with energy, a lot of fight. Our execution, attention to detail was pretty good. In the second half, when I think wearing pink has become lost in translation somewhere. The whole premise of fighting for people that are fighting and we're fighting for a cure is simply to fight. And I don't think we showed up and were relevant in that category today. We had a subpar second half, extremely disappointed with our energy, but I definitely wanted to make sure that he was here on this interview because I think he did a fantastic job filling in my place in the first half.
We just came out and played really well the first half. Before we came out, we talked about playing for the cancer victims, and we also talked about playing for our leader who fought for us, and things just happen sometimes where some things happen where we have to go without our person until they come back. So I thought the girls did a real good job in the first half fighting for the cancer victims and for our leader who wasn't with us. The second half, I thought we was a little flat, and I don't know why we went flat. The third quarter we was okay. The fourth quarter we really got flat. I don't know what's that about, but we didn't shoot free throws very well. We didn't contain the dribble drive, and we lost their shooter. In the first half, we wasn't losing their shooter, and we was playing really good defense.
No other questions?
All right. Definitely came out with a lot of defensive intensity in the first half. What can you attribute that to? Can you attribute that to the fighting for the cancer victims, or just?
I mean, all year we've preached defense. Coach Kern is a defensive coach. We just preach defense. Luckily, she's given me the responsibility to be the head of the defense. So we came out playing for the cancer victims, but we also came out playing because Coach wasn't there, and the intensity was good, and they paid attention to detail. And we made some mistakes. We called a timeout. We got them back together, and we thought we could maintain it the whole game, but we didn't. And I've been doing this for 14 years. I hate pink games because the pink games is for survivors and all this, but our kids think it's to be pretty, to be prissy, not to fight. It ain't a game where we're gonna go in and we're gonna fight for somebody for 40 minutes. Because if it was, we would have fought for 40 minutes and we wouldn't be having sad faces right now.
What can you say about the play of Jaden Wrightson in the first half? Had 10 points and at least 6 rebounds in the first half.
Jaden's a warrior. That kid plays and practices hard every day. She's consistent. Whatever you're gonna get from her, it's gonna be a battle every day. She's had some trials and tribulations, and she fights every day.
And as far as the big drought, when that was about 4 minutes in the fourth quarter, can you attribute that more to their zone or just execution?
I thought it was more of execution. We got some shots, and we just wasn't making them. And then their zone was okay. We knew going into the game that we was going to have to play against their zone because we knew they couldn't guard us man-to-man. If anybody OVC want to guard us for 40 minutes man-to-man, I guarantee you we'd score 100. So I just think that, we didn't execute. We didn't score around the basket.
And then just looking through the scout before the game, accounting for Nakia Bell, what did you guys do to prepare to guard against her or play defense against her?
At the end of the day, I don't think we defended her.
Mm-hmm.
When it's all said and done, I think the first half we did a very great job at finding where she was. Again, that's a lack of discipline, a lack of focus. Going through this kind of season, it's very easy to doubt. It's easy to doubt your schemes, the defensive assignments. Oh, are we here again? Whatever the case may be. But again, that's the faith that we walk with. And our young ladies are going to have to figure that out. We lost her in the second half. The defense did not change. It was the same defense we were playing in the first half. Matter of fact, we actually sagged off a little bit on the big so that the guards would know that they have full built-in help. And you got to just flat out execute the game plan, and we didn't do that. And so I think we did a good job on keeping their starters to minimal points. But you cannot, this deep, especially in the fight, you can't have mental lapses. And we're consistently having mental lapses. And so, in the locker room, we continue to tell our young women to fight when it's all said and done. But Today was a little difficult. It was a little difficult because we're teaching a lot of life through basketball. Eventually, it'd be really nice to just coach the game. And I think it got away from us there at the end.
And then you just have one more home game this season, and then 2 on the road. Just still fighting for that OVC tournament spot. What's next?
First and foremost, before we do that, Tia Wooten is receiving her 1,000-point ball tonight. A loss does not negate the fact that that young woman has given everything, her body, her mind. She's changed as a leader in the time that I've been here. She's grown tremendously, so that's a huge feat. If you don't fight for anything, you fight for the people that laid the foundation for you. It is very difficult as a 17 and 18-year-old to see something bigger than yourself. That's very difficult, and he alluded to that with wearing pink. I've been touched personally, by the experience of cancer and those that did not make it and those who are continuously fighting. So when it's all said and done, we've got to find our fight. But on Saturday, we've got to fight for nobody else other than our seniors because they've gone through it and back, and we appreciate them for it.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Both of you.
Thank you.